Hi, this is Dawn from Ninja Bunny Crochet. Today I have for us to do these cute little frog coasters. This is going to be part 2 of the videos. In part 1 we did the coaster itself, and today we're going to be working on just the basket. In the description box below you'll find a link to the video to do the coasters. This is this is part 2 for the basket itself. I used Red Heart Super Saver to do this project with. I will I'll put in the description box below the colors and the amounts of yarn. It was about 3 ounces total yarn that we used for the entire project, but I'll put the colors listed in below. If you click the link for the coasters themselves, it has all of the I had the actual skeins of yarn that I used for this project if you are interested in seeing the actual skeins, or if you're coming in and you're just finding this part of the project, there is a part 1 which is the actual coasters. For this project you will need a G hook, 4.0 millimeter hook. You will also need an F hook, 3.75 millimeter hook for the piece for the tongue. That is the only part you'll need that F hook for. This is worked in the round. If you have trouble working in the round, you might want to have yourself some stitch markers. You will need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle to weave in your ends. So let's grab our hooks, grab our yarn, and let's start working on the basket part of this coaster set. To start the coaster basket, it's basically the bottom is going to start off just like we did with the coaster. So we're going to start with a magic ring. So place your yarn over your fingers, wrap it around to form the X. Put your hook under the bottom yarn, grab the top yarn, pull it under, twist, and chain stitch. Then we're going to do a second chain stitch because we're going to work with half double crochet. And just like we did with the coaster, we're going to place 10 half double crochets into the magic ring. Let's just count, make sure we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Close up your ring and slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made. Your ring is tight. To start round 2, we're going to chain 1 and place 2 half double crochets back into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into. And 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So continue working 2 half double crochets in each stitch all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I made it all the way back around. We now have 20 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into the top of that first half double crochet that we made. To start round 3, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to half double crochet back into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into, and we're going to increase our 2 half double crochets into the same stitch into the next one, then 1 half double crochet into the next, and 2 half double crochets into the next, then 1 into the next, and 2 into the next. So that is our repeat: 1 half double, 2 half doubles, 1 half double, 2 half doubles. So please repeat this all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I've made it all the way back around. We now have 30 half double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made. To start round 4, we're going to chain 1 and half double crochet back into that first, or that stitch that we just slip stitched into, pardon me. And we're going to half double crochet into the next stitch, then 2 half double crochets into the next. And 1 half double crochet into the next, and 1 half double crochet into the next, and then 2 half double crochets into the next. So repeat that: 1 half double crochet, 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets. So 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles, 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles. Please repeat this all the way around till you get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I've made it all the way back around. We now have 40 half double crochet. I'm going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made. To start round 5, we're going to chain 1 and half double crochet back into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into, and then we're going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, then then we're going to place 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. Half double crochet once into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to place 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. 1 and 2. And that's our repeat. So 1 half double crochet into the next 3 stitches, so 1, 2, and 3, then 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. So 1 half double, 1 half double, 1 half double, 2 half doubles. One, 1, then 1, then 2. Please repeat this all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 5. We have 50 stitches, and we're going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made. For round 6, chain 1, and we're going to half double crochet into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into, and we're going to half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 half double crochets into the next. And we're going to half double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. That's 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the next. 1 and 2. Then 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 2 half double crochets into the next. 1 and 2. So that is our repeat. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 2. So please repeat this all the way around to get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I've made it back around to the beginning. We now have 60 stitches, and we're going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made. For round 7, we're going to chain 1. Now round 7, this round only, we are going to work in the back loop of these for this round. That is, here's our front loop and here is our back loop. So we're going to work in the back loop only. So we're going to work in the back loop only of the stitch that we just slip stitched into and half double crochet. And then we're going to place 1 half double crochet into each stitch around, but in the back loop only. So in that back loop, 1 half double crochet into each stitch. I'm at the end of round 7. We still have 60 stitches, and we're going to slip stitch to that first half double crochet that we made. Chain 1, and for round 8 we're going to half double crochet in that same stitch we just slip stitched into. This time we're going through both loops, and 1 half double crochet into each stitch around. So please continue placing 1 half double crochet into each stitch around, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 8. We still have 60 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into that first half double crochet that we made. Chain 1. For rounds 9 through 14 are going to be exactly the same. 1 half double crochet in each stitch. Also, don't forget to weave in your tail and sew down your magic ring. And I'll meet back up with you at the end of round 14. So let's just get started on round round 9. So we're going to do 1 half double crochet into that same stitch that we just slip stitched into, and 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So please continue with 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around for rounds 9 through 14, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of round 14. I'm at the end of round 14. We still have 60 stitches. We're going to slip stitch into that first half double that we made. Chain 1. Let's take out our hook, and we're going to turn the piece inside out so that the free loops of round 7 are on the inside of the basket. And then replace your hook. And for round 9, or round 15, we are going to do the crab stitch around the outside, around the top of the basket. For the crab stitch, or it's called the reverse single crochet, instead of going right to left, we're going to go left to right. So you're going to go into the stitch to the right, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Go to the next stitch that's to the right of your hook, grab your yarn, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. And you're going to continue doing a reverse single crochet, and you're going to get like this corded look. It gives you this rounded stitch. Bring the camera down a little more so you can get a better look. So go into the stitch previous, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. Into the previous stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. So continue working the crab stitch or the reverse single crochet, whichever term you want to use to call it, till you get back to the beginning, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the round. I'm at the end of round 15. I made it all the way back around, and we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch that we made and fasten off. Just need to weave that end in, and let's back the camera out here. So now here's our little basket, and we need to put the eyes on and the little face down here for the frog. So I'll get that end woven in, and then I'll show you how to put the eyes on and the little face, and we'll be right back. Now once you have your basket, all the ends woven in on your basket, weave in the black parts on your eyes, the black ends. Now you can, if you want, you can use some pins, and you can pin the eyes to the basket so that you have the placement that you want for your eyes. That's like up to you on how you want to put your eyes on your basket. if you want to pin them on first. So that you have them right where you want them before you sew them down. Just like that. And then get yourself a length of green yarn and go in and leave a little end there so you can weave that in. And sew down the eyes to the basket. And be careful that you don't go into your decorative edging when you're sewing your eye down, because you don't want to, that would make the edging not look very nice. So there's that. Now what I do is I just go ahead and just weave this in so that it's not really seen, because you don't really want to place a knot that would be visible on the outside of your basket. So I just go ahead and weave these in, weave these ends in. Just like that. Now this side can be clipped off. You want to clip it off fairly close to the fabric. Just like that. And then you can do the same with this side. And just weave it in. So that it's not really visible. Just clip it off. Now do the same with the other eye, and I'll meet back up with you and we'll put our mouth on, and then our mouth and our tongue, and our basket will be complete. Went ahead and pinned off about where I think the smile should be. You'll just have to lay out your basket and kind of judge where you think the smile should be on your basket. So then you just like you did with your coaster, go ahead and start to stitch a smile in. And I leave like a loose end on the inside when you're working this, in case when you get it on at first and you look at it and you're like, oh, that doesn't look right, you can easily pull it back out and redo it. So it's more eyeballing it where you think it should look, and then once you get it on there, straighten out your basket and then look and see if you're happy with where you placed it. So the smile part is, even your eye set on your basket is really personal preference as to if it's where you like it. Because the way I like it might not be where you would like it. So once I get this done, I'll go ahead and pull these pins out and lay it out and see if I'm happy with the way that smile looks. Looks pretty decent. And we'll flatten out the basket here and take a look at it, and it looks pretty decent. So I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my basket inside out so I can take care of my ends. And then while I'm weaving these in, I'm just going to go ahead and shut the camera down so that I can get these woven in, and then we'll come back and work on the tongue. Now we got the smile, everything's all tucked in, and we're going to go ahead and put the tongue on. So I think I'm going to put my tongue about right here. So just like we did with the coaster, we got the two ends. So I'm going to stick both ends inside and then use one here to sew it down. And since it's just a small little piece, it only takes a couple of stitches to go ahead and sew that right down. And I'm going to go ahead and tie these together. Snip off the ends. And there's the tongue on the basket. Get my coasters, and they go inside the basket. So there is the coasters inside the basket. That's from the top. Here's from the front. And there is our finished little frog coaster basket. Coasters with the little basket. So if you've liked this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell. Thanks for watching, and happy crocheting! Bye-bye!